Hello everybody, Sophie Goose here with another Glyos video, and I have something very special to talk about today. I have managed to get a hold of another one of my holy grails, which is always a lovely surprise for a toy collector when you can get a hold of something you've been looking for a long time. And the specific figure that I got a hold of recently is a little bit harder to get a hold of, both because it's it's older. I wouldn't say it's super old, but it's one of the older Glyos figures out there, but it is also a member of this mold here, so the Armorvor. So I'll pick up one of these guys while I'm rambling here. So the Armorvor is one of Onell Design, the basically the parent company of Glyos, the first company to be producing Glyos figures. This is one of their figures, actually. And it's a pretty old one at this point. It came out in 2012 and pretty much sold out immediately, from what I understand. I went digging through some of the archives and looked at a couple of things, doing a little bit of research. And it's pretty interesting seeing everyone kind of flip out about this guy when he was first introduced. So the specific one I have here is the Neo Gatekeeper Reverse Armorvor. This one, I can't remember what year it's from. I want to say it's from somewhere around 2012, 2013, around the time that it came out. And although this one is in bright magenta pink and purple, which I actually think is a really great color scheme on Onell Designs figures, basically this one gives you an idea of what the Armorvor is like, which is this kind of awesome animal in power armor aesthetic. Obviously, one of the things it draws inspiration from is battle beasts, which you can tell from this little black bit here, which is reminiscent of the little squares on the chests of battle beast figures where they have a rub sign where you can determine what faction they are. But in Glyos lore, this is based on an actual piece of technology that the Armorvors used that they stole from their basically the species that was watching over them. There's tons of lore about the Armorvor, which I think is really freaking neat. Basically, in the Glyos universe, they're another kind of antagonist faction that is out for revenge against the Glyos system after they were betrayed by this kind of higher species that were watching over them. It's interesting. It's interesting. Glyos lore is always interesting, but just this figure is so freaking cool. The thing that just I love about it is just look at all of that detail just worked into the sculpt here and there. This thing just looks so freaking cool. And there's a lot of really fun stuff going on. And I've always wanted to get a hold of more of them, but a lot of the issues with getting a hold of older Glyos stuff is you have all the people who have a lot of the older stuff are either not really active in the community anymore, aren't selling, or the people that have it now are attempting to scalp a little bit on eBay, which is unfortunate because I did find the figure that I'm going to talk about a little bit later, the Holy Grail that I picked up on eBay not too long ago, but it was in a lot of for $90 to $100. No thanks. These things are hard to get a hold of, but they're not that hard to get a hold of. Don't do that. So this was actually the first Armorvor I ever picked up, and it's sporting this kind of cool wolf head right here. But more recently, if you went to pick up... Oh, come here, buddy. More recently, if you went to get a hold of one of the Armorvor figures from Onell Designs' website, you would probably get something more along the lines of this guy, who is a Neo-Granthan. So, obviously, there's lore behind this guy. The Neo-Granthans have their own backstory and why they're working with the Armorvor. But basically, this is a kind of alien lizard head that they've been using instead of the wolf head for a few years now, from what I understand, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Usually Onell Design changes some of the alternative parts that come with a few of their figures every few years to kind of mix it up a tad. But this guy also kind of shows just how versatile these figures can be. You have Mr. Pink and Purple Wolf over here versus Mr. Head popping off orange, gray, and white Lizard Man, and they have very different vibes, and that's another thing that's really fun about Glyos, is sometimes you get colorways that just very much change how these figures feel and that kind of thing. They also come with these little backpack pieces that can be taken off and put into the hand. This guy's a little bit tough to put in his hand because he's got painted hands and work as a little blaster. Or if you want to get really creative, you can have it as a little drone head, and now you have a little Armorvor armor drone running around going to fight the travelers, or probably the Vilzer these days. So that's kind of the idea behind the Armorvor, is you have this kind of very cool biomechanical animal and power armor battle beasts aesthetic, but Onellified and added with a lot of really fun lore. And I've been wanting to get a hold of more of these, specifically the wolf-headed ones, for a while. And I'd say about a year and a half back, I picked out one that I thought was really amazing over in the Onell archives and started my hunt, and again, had some issues getting a hold of it. But I recently got a hold of this bad boy. Still mint in package, too, which is rather impressive. So I picked this guy up from one of my followers over on Instagram who was selling some of his Glyos stuff on eBay. That follower being King Jimmy. I'll be linking to his page in the description, and you can check out his eBay listings from there. But so this is the Ecroyex Armorvor, which is a pretty older one. It's not as old as the very first Armorvors that came out. This one came out around 2013 in Wave 31, I believe, of Onell stuff. And it has never been opened. It has survived 6 years of being in its package, waiting to be unleashed, and I am very excited to get this boy out. So time to make all mint and box collectors a little bit uncomfortable here for a second. Come on, scissors, work with me. Oh, I've got another spot. I'm gonna brute force it. And open up. After 6 years, it has been unleashed. Ooh, he's pretty. It's always interesting to get a hold of a super old figure that's still in its packaging. This guy feels very fresh in his way. Ooh, he's pretty. So what this colorway is a very nice navy blue with like this kind of royal blue accent, and then this kind of palish red used for the accents. And this is the other head you get with all Armorvors, which is the helmeted wolf head that has this very kind of almost Metroid-esque visor going on. And then if you turn it around, you got another head. It's like a little boxerish, or maybe like Doberman looking face, which is kind of neat. And sewing that head back around comes with a little backpack slash phaser piece, little gun to go with it. Dang, this guy looks so good. Oh, never mind. I'll take care of that a little bit later. And then this is his wolf head right here, which is just so cool. Just metallic silver with bright red eyes. Let's get that on there, actually. Let's take a look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. That is very pretty. Lovely. That way. Gosh, that looks so awesome. So yeah, this is my literally third Armorvor ever, which is rather lovely. I don't know, the thing that just always just impresses me so much about Glyos stuff, especially a lot of the Onell design stuff, is just how much love and detail and care, and just how much sheer nerd love has gone into these gorgeous designs and all of these cool color schemes and lore that they've built around them for years. And I am very happy to have gotten a hold of one of the ones I've been searching for a long time. So yeah, I am very happy to have this little guy here. I'll probably be posting some pictures around, maybe even work him into my little Glyos lore posts at some point. But that'll do it for now. Hope you all enjoyed me rambling about Armorvors for a while, and y'all have a good one.